Good morning.
And good morning.
Welcome to Sacred Space Sunday.
Yes, I am Naomi Jewell, the founder of Niyah Center, and this is Mark Christmas, Director of Holistic Wellness at Niyah Center, and this is Sacred Space Sunday, and this is a holy day. Every day is a holy day, but this is a particularly holy day as we are recognizing and celebrating at least three different traditions in this Holy Spirit, holy season, this sacred season that we are in. It is Ramadan for those who practice Islam. It is Easter for those who practice Christianity, and Passover for those who practice Judaism. So, in recognition of just the wonderful spiritual vibes that are encircling the planet right now, we are grateful to be alive on this day, and we are basking in the glow of this interreligious energy.
Yep. Holiday or holy day.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. In some churches, they're saying it called as Resurrection Sunday.
Yes, yes. For those who are recognizing and celebrating Easter, it is also known as Resurrection Sunday. Good morning, top of the morning, Mr. Man. Mark, you're a little off center today. You're kind of falling off the screen. Yeah, yeah, there you are. There you are. Now we can see you. Top of the morning to you, Mr. Man, and happy Easter to you. So we have a very full day. Again, we welcome you to the Niyah Center. And for those who this is your first time either tuning in via audio or video, the Niyah Center, our mission is to engage, educate, and empower one another through interreligious engagement, holistic wellness, and integrated life and social impact programming. And Sacred Space Sunday is our sacred community. This is our time to come together and share space. Share space. That is the primary intention, to share sacred space and for spiritual growth and learning through interactive, interreligious, and socially conscious conversations. And we look to draw from insights from sages of the past and sages from the present. Inspired text, ancient wisdom teachings, and ethical principles, all lighting the path to both individual and collective insight, application, and spiritual enlightenment. So that's who we are.
That's a mouthful you just said there.
Yeah, we're looking to do a lot seamlessly, effortlessly, and easily, and powered by spirit. So
happy Easter to you too, Auntie.
Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, what's going on in the world? The world continues to whirl. That's, I was trading notes with a friend of mine yesterday and talking about how grateful I am for this, convergence of interreligious energy in this sacred season of faith and renewal, particularly as evil is just permeating and swarming around the globe. And so we're, released video came out this week of another murder. Let's call it what it is. Another murdered of an unarmed Black man, a young man, 26 years old, had just immigrated to the United States in 2014 from the Democratic Republic of Congo, so from Africa. So here, looking to be in renewal, came over here with a faith that life would be better and that there were new opportunities, only to face the age-old discrimination that has existed in this country since Europeans came here. Frankly, let's just call it what it is. And they took his life, and there's no excuse. And we will see what, if anything, takes place in the form of justice. So, we look to support justice on a higher level of changing hearts and minds, which is part of the reason why we are here, why we do this, why we come together, why Niyah Center exists, why Sacred Space Sunday is so important, because we look to send an energy to the world that would shift the vibration on this planet, that would not have this kind of thing occur.
Right. It's a real tragedy. So right now they haven't identified the police officer who did the shooting yet. They're keeping that confidential for whatever reason.
Yeah, look who gets protected, right? So they're concerned about his protection and his family and his anonymity. But Patrick Lyoya, he had no protection. There was no safety. There was no care for him or his family.
I think he was a father too. I think he had 2 children.
Yeah. So look at the irony and the where the attention goes in terms of who gets protected and under what circumstances and who does not. Right.
Yeah. And Mr. Man, you did the same thing they did on the news yesterday. They said Minnesota, they meant Michigan too. I know MI, both of them get MI.
Well, because Minnesota, right, has consistently and continuously been in the news for the murders that they, have been perpetrated by the system of police against, Black men unarmed. And so it's easy to confuse them.
Yeah.
Easy to confuse them. So in other news, let's talk about something that is worth celebrating, and that is birthdays, right? Do we have any birthdays? Any birthdays just passed? Any birthdays coming up? If so, we say happy birthday to you. And if anybody has any birthdays they want to shout out, please put them in the chat.
Yeah, Marty Lee, birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Brother Lee.
Andrea Simpson Hadley had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. We have some other, our niece Ariel had a birthday recently. Yep. So other April birthdays.
I think Mr. Mann, last Sacred Space Sunday, said he had one this month. April 28th.
Woohoo! Happy birthday, Mr. Man. I'd sing you a song, but you really don't want that. You really don't want that. So let's pretend I sang you a song. I definitely send you love and wish you many, many, many more, and am grateful for you and wish you blessings in your new year and new season. Yes. So, Mark, you have some other announcements?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. So thank you for subscribing to us on social media. You can follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. So you can always find the broadcast on YouTube. So you can watch it anytime or listen to it. And so please follow us. That helps, build our following. Reshare on Facebook. Join our online community, the Allverse group, which is on Facebook. And if you have any questions, any needs, any concerns, contact us directly. You can email us at niahcenter@gmail.com. That's niahcenter@gmail.com. And so if you have questions, if you have a prayer request, if you want to seek spiritual counseling, Reiki services, whatever it looks like, feel free to contact us. And we exist at the benefit of your charity. So please, if the work that we are doing is uplifting you spiritually, we appreciate love donations as they support the growth and continuation of our broadcast, of our ministry, of our service in the world. And so we thank those of you who continue to be our benefactors, and we appreciate you as we continue to circulate this abundant energy, knowing that as it flows out, it flows back to you, and that is a spiritual law. So thank you. And the next Sacred Space Sunday, I cannot believe it. The next Sacred Space Sunday will be in May.
I
May.
know we're already there, right?
Oh my gosh. I mean, where did April go? It's like April came and it just about left, and I almost just missed it. I was here, but I missed it. So May is on the way, and what did they say? April showers will bring May flowers. Well, we've had some beautiful April flowers in our neighborhood. I don't know about your neighborhood, but the flowers are out. We were walking the other night. Mark said, "Oh my goodness, look, you can smell all of these beautiful flowers, the tulips." They open up wide to welcome the day, and I noticed that they close at night so that they can rest. So thankful for the beautiful blooming of the flowers. It gets
The
greener.
tulip your favorite flower?
Tulip is absolutely my favorite flower.
Why is it? What is it about the tulip?
No, I don't know. It's just something about the look, that oval look. It's just sleek and simple, yet so elegant and regal, and comes in such different, vibrant colors. Um, it's understated, though it's extremely expressive at the same time. So maybe it resonates. I don't know. But I am grateful for, like I said, this sacred season, season of faith and renewal. I think that that is it. And so, if everyone else is ready, I am ready to find my posture of presence and to kind of, switch gears as we bring ourselves fully, wholly into this moment. So, take a couple of cleansing breaths, releasing the activity of the morning, any energy that may have bubbled up from our conversation. Turn it down just a little bit, Mark. Any energy from our conversation, good or not so great, releasing it all, finding this moment, breathing, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders because we need not carry the weight, the stress, the tension. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Be with your body, finding any other crevice in your toes, in your fingertips, in your wrists, behind your eyes, in your back, where tension is trying to take over. Breathe into it instead and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Breathe. In this sacred season, we are remembering our oneness with the spiritual energy, the divine, God consciousness, that is called by many names, that expresses through many forms and formulations as the multiple traditions that span our planet. This God consciousness that sustains us. This God consciousness that is our source. That through these holy rituals, we seek to reconnect to remind ourselves as our source of resurrecting that which is our true nature, renewing our faith in our spirit, in our oneness, in our love, in our joy. Knowing we are abundant spiritual beings having a physical experience, that the spirit within us knows no beginning and knows no end. And from this, we draw strength, power, resilience, and perseverance. Knowing on the level of spirit, we are perfect, whole, and complete, and indestructible. We give thanks for this knowing. We give thanks for the breath that connects us to this life, this moment, this community. We give thanks for this time. We give thanks for this sacred space. We give thanks for all ears and eyes that will come across this broadcast now and in the future. We know that Mark and I are divine channels, and we open up to receive and for that which is divine and holy to come through us as us in support of all in spiritual upliftment and enlightenment. And with this, we give thanks because we see the action of the law knowing is already done. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Ashe.
Ashe. So looks like something happened with Twitch. I'm not sure what.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay. Keep going on Facebook.
Yep.
Thank you, man. Beautiful posture, presence. I always enjoy that. So calming, like a should play it to go to sleep. Your voice talking of sleep meditation. Well, let's talk about our affirmation for today. We talked about a season of faith, sacred season, and affirmation we have for today ties into that. So I'll
Go
read
ahead,
the
yeah, I'll attend to all of this.
yeah, I'll
We're
read the
having
affirmation.
technical difficulties. It's on Twitch. It's not on us.
I'll read the affirmation and then you go ahead and just repeat after me. So I use my energy to trust, believe, and have faith. Even when something doesn't happen how I want it, I know I'm on the right path. Part two is I surrender my resistance and allow the universe to give me what I need. I am willing to believe that things will always work out, even when they don't feel like it. Let me read the affirmation one more time. Again, we request that you capture this and that you be with this for the next 2 weeks until the next Sacred Space Sunday till we come with another one. But I use my energy to trust, believe, and have faith. Even when something doesn't happen how I want it, I know I'm on the right path. I surrender my resistance and allow the universe to give me what I need. I am willing to believe that things will always work out, even when they don't feel like it. That's our affirmation for the day. Sacred Space Sunday. Welcome you back to be with us. I know we might be having some problems on Twitch, so if you're on Facebook, or you can go on YouTube to the Niyah Center channel. Either one of those places, you should be able to see the broadcast, the multicast, and join in the comments there as well. We'll see them. So what's next on our agenda? So
I thought you had a reading.
Yeah, Nate, you want to do this reading for us?
Yes. So the reading to set up for the talk that Mark is going to do, and we're grateful and welcome back, Mark, to leading a talk. And I think it's very apropos that it is falling on this Resurrection Sunday, as you identify as a Christian, this time of renewal and time of releasing, as they say, rolling away the rock, letting go of all the limitations to be reborn anew into all the things that serve ourselves and the world around us. And so today's scripture is from the Hebrew Bible. Everything has its time, from Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8, 3, 1 through 8. And here it is. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Everything has its time. Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8. Mark, a sacred season, the convergence of faith.
Yes, everything has its time. I feel like we used the scripture before, and maybe Latanya Johnson said this was one of her favorite scriptures. I don't know, I could be wrong with that, but that's what's coming to my mind. But yes, on Friday, the 15th of April, Passover, Good Friday, and Ramadan all overlap for the first time in 30 years. Right? For Muslims, Friday fell within the month of Ramadan, which is a season of fasting and prayer to celebrate God's delivery of the Holy Word. For Christians, it was Good Friday, a day commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus. And for Jews, Friday marked the first day of Passover, an 8-day celebration of the exodus of Israelites from slavery. The overlap of all three traditions, religious days, is rare because of the different calendars followed by each faith. Now, for the first time since 1991, the observance of Ramadan, Good Friday, and Passover all align together. For all three traditions, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, the holidays, or holy days, represent a time of reflection. So we'll talk a little bit about each one. Let's talk about Passover. So according to religious texts, because the Jews were leaving Egypt in a haste, the bread they were making did not have enough time to rise. So for those of you who make bread, you make your dough and then you let it sit so it'll rise before you cook it. So it didn't have time to rise. And this is observed in the modern tradition as abstaining from eating leavened bread and instead eating matzo and unleavened flat bread during Passover. The name of the holy day comes from God passing over and saving Jewish households from the 10th plague that killed firstborn sons of Egyptians as a way to persuade Egypt to free the slaves. The beginning of Passover is marked by Seder, which is a traditional dinner on the first and second days of Passover when families retell the story of Egypt and reflect about the way it applies to the freedom they experience now. Now, I once went to a Passover ceremony when I was a teenager. My mom and a couple of us from our church attended, and it was really something quite interesting. I'll never forget it. According to a Jewish scholar, it basically is Passover is a way to celebrate their freedom. They try to reflect on how they can be free today as well, and they try to break their own personal constraints. Right. So that's a little bit about Passover. So let's talk about Good Friday. Good Friday. So in the Catholic tradition, Good Friday is the veneration of the cross, right? Which they invite the people to come forth and either bow, touch, or kiss it as reverence to Jesus' self-sacrifice for the forgiveness of sins of the world. You know, in the Bible, John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son," right? And so Good Friday reinforces our belief in and God's love shown to us through Jesus' self-sacrifice. One Catholic scholar said, "It inspires us to follow him with greater devotion and commitment and a greater willingness to live a life of self-sacrificing love ourselves." As a part of this commitment, just as Jews give up eating leavened bread for Passover, Catholics abstain from eating meat on every Friday of Lent, including Good Friday. Varying practices of sacrifice for Lent can be observed across different Christian denominations. Right? And then let's talk about Ramadan. What is Ramadan? We talked about these three holy days converge on this Friday. So Ramadan is the abstinence of food from food is also central to Ramadan. It's a month-long period during which Muslims fast from sunrise to sundown. As one of the 5 pillars of Islam, Muslims refrain from food, drink, and immoral behavior during the day, and instead focus on their devotion to God. At the end of each day, followers of the faith gather